1019 KACQ.
Good afternoon. I'm Casey Chapman here with your local Lampasas area news. This newscast is service of Hoff Power Ranch and Supply. It was a fairly easy day for LPD yesterday. They remained quiet throughout the early morning hours, then picked up mid-morning when officers were sent out on a reported theft in the 600 block of North Key. Dispatchers sent them off to cool off a disturbance reported in the 1300 block of East Central Texas Expressway, and a reported assault was called in from Sunset. Officers were sent out to clear a non-injury wreck in the 100 block of East 9th just before lunchtime. Another disturbance was called in from the 1300 block of South Key, and officers were dispatched out on a couple more reported thefts, the 900 block of West North Avenue and in the 700 block of South Broad late yesterday evening. No arrests were made by the city. The county booked in a 19-year-old Lampasas woman on a failure to appear charge. Lomita worked a civil matter. Kempner responded to a burglary in progress, cleared a wreck, served a warrant, worked a theft case, and had a few animal complaints. County deputies responded to a couple of alarms, went out on a call of threats, worked a civil matter, and went out on a reported fraud. The burn ban is back in effect for Lampasas County. Stick around, more Lampasas local area news is just moments away.
Ran into an old friend the other day, lives in a town about 40 miles from here. Hadn't seen him in a long time, glad to renew the acquaintance. After talking old times for a while, I asked him why he was in town. Said he came here every so often, mostly to go to Hoff Power's Ranch and Supply to pick up feed or renew his feed contract. Really, I says, do they treat you right? Oh yeah, he says, I check around on prices here and they're right on down there on cattle feed, especially if you contract it. Store inside's pretty good too, he says. Get your blue jeans or a pair of boots if you need them. Better selection of clothes and ranch stuff too than you can find around here anywhere. Pretty good recommendation, I thought. Hoff Power's Ranch and Supply in Lampasas.
KACQ 1019.
New Year's Eve is just a little over a week away, and many people are already making their way to the closest fireworks stand. But finding those traditional rockets may be a little harder this year. That's because back in November, the Texas Forest Service determined that drought conditions were in effect for Lampasas County. Subsequently, the county sent out an order prohibiting and restricting certain fireworks in the county. Sale or use of skyrockets with sticks or missiles with fins and have been outlawed. If caught, it is a Class C misdemeanor. Or, of course, the use of any kind of firework is illegal inside of Lampasas city limits. State health officials make a decision on who will be next in line for the COVID-19 vaccine.
The first doses are going to healthcare workers and people in assisted living facilities. State health officials are calling that group 1A. Chris Van Dusen with the Department of State Health Services says the next group of people will include those over age 65 and people with chronic health conditions that increase their risk from COVID-19.
That's going to be a much larger population. We estimated a little bit less than 2 million Texans in that 1A. We're looking at about 8 million in this 1B.
He says it will likely be several more weeks before people in Group 1B can begin receiving the vaccine. Stephen Pickering, TSN News.
As Texas gets more doses of the vaccine and the shot becomes more widespread, will you get it? For the vaccine to have its true effect, doctors say 75 to 80% of the public need to get it to achieve herd immunity. Texas, however, seems mixed on the shot.
My answer is no. Because 5 years ago when we had the swine flu, and my kids both got the swine flu shot, they both got the swine flu literally the next week and were sick for 2 weeks, so I don't believe in those vaccines.
If, kind of more highly known public people are getting it, I don't have a problem getting it.
For those who say they would not take it, the number one reason they gave is concerns about the side effects. For your COVID-19 update, yesterday's regional active COVID numbers reported from the state shows Bell County steady with 1,829. Expect that number to jump tomorrow because of late reporting. Coryell County is down 9 at 399, with 318 of those being inside the Coppers Cove city limits. Burnett is down 4 with 286 active cases. Mild holding at 31, San Saba up 3 with 47, and Hamilton jumped up 10, now with 64. Here locally, as of last night, Lampasas County saw a 21-case drop in active cases, bringing that number down to 74. The total number of cases is up to 872 since this all started, and the number of fatalities now up to 15. 9 remain hospitalized, with one of them on a ventilator. In sports, the Badger Boy basketball was on the road last night and improved their record 10-1, beating San Saba with an impressive 81-39 over the Dillos. The JV came home with another win, beating San Saba 68-30, pushing their record to 4-3. The Badgers get to take the rest of the week off to enjoy their Christmas break, but they will return to home court next Monday against the respectable Thorndale team. The Lady Badgers were up against the Austin Royals on home court last night. We are still waiting on the stats for that game. The La Vega game scheduled for tonight has been canceled due to the virus issues on the La Vega side. The next scheduled game for the girls is on the 30th when they hit the road to take on Gideon since Leander Rose is in quarantine. Freshmen with a 1 o'clock tip-off and varsity with 2:15.
You'll have increasing clouds out for you tonight as you're making your way home with your temperatures bottoming out at 56. And you'll get some south winds coming at you between 10 to 15 miles per hour. Winds can gust as high as 25. It'll start out mostly cloudy through mid-morning tomorrow, then gradually clear with your temperatures peaking at 68. Mostly clear skies later in the night and temperatures fall to 32. And a sunny day for your Christmas Eve with a high near 58, a clear night, and a low of 32.
If you have business with the city this week, today and tomorrow will be the last days to take care of it. City offices, the Collection Center, and the Lampasas Public Library will all be closed Thursday and Friday in observance of Christmas. Your trash pickup will run the next business day following Christmas. Thank you for watching. I'm Casey Chapman with your local Lampasas area news.
1019 KACQ.